one particular style of music. When she tumbles into bed on her soon-to-be-released Magic of Love single, it's a continuation of a slightly provocative look and sound that she first explored on her controversial Sugar Walls record. Easton was a demure Scottish lass who captured the public's fancy 5 years ago singing Morning Train. Back then, she looked like the girl every mother would want her son to bring home. Now she tends to look more like the woman every boy would want to bring home.
Everyone has all sorts of facets to their personality. You can't walk around looking tough and sexy or walk around looking shy and retired all the time. I mean, there's all sorts of different shades to a personality. But you see, the thing about being in my business is often fragments of your life are frozen for posterity in a video, say, in an album cover, in a picture. And how you happen to be looking at that moment, that mood, that expression, that whole physical appearance, people tend to think that's what you walk around looking like all the time. In a sense, it's taken in evidence and held against you. It's like, people will say to me, oh, you've changed your hair. And I'll go, since when? You know, when did you last see me? Well, in your album cover. Which one? 3 album covers ago, and I have to try and remember what my hair looked like then.
One reason Easton may have trouble remembering what she was doing on her last album is that she's too busy planning what will happen on the next one. She has a reputation for being involved in every detail, down to checking out the shots for her videos.
I used to pretend I was more confident about things when I wasn't, you know, like the old stiff upper lip, chin up, you know, go in there and show them you know what you're doing. Were you perceived as cocky, overconfident? I suppose maybe some people would think that, but no one said it to my face. I think if you're in this business and you're working with so many personalities who've got strong personalities, temperamental, artistic, whatever way you want to describe it, you're going to have some people who don't like you, and you're going to have some people who do. I always think like, okay, I've seen it all now. I've had the worst things that can possibly be said about me, the cattiest comments, the nicest things, and then someone will surprise me by just digging even deeper into the lower depth of humanity, you know. I go, oh golly, you know, that was really terrible, really below the belt. I think that the longer you're in this business, people run out of bad things to say about you, so they like struggle for something awful to say.
Okay, here we go, guys. Nice and quiet. Sheena, you ready?
Life as a pop singer may at times seem like being trapped in a cage with every move subject to public scrutiny. But in Easton's case, far more praise than criticism is thrown her way. And this success was not unexpected by Sheena Easton herself. In the beginning, you said you wanted to be a star. You thought you would be a star. You were determined to be a star. Is it what you hoped it would be? Is it as good as you had imagined?
I've actually said I wanted to be a superstar, which wasn't false bravado. I do want to be a superstar, you know. I think I had that dream when I was a little tiny kid, and as a little tiny adult, I still have that dream. I'm not a superstar yet. I've achieved a certain amount of success. I've attained a lot of the goals that I set for myself, but it's, you know, the rope just gets longer and longer and longer as far as my goals go, and I think I've gotten to the end of it. I add something else. You're never content. Contentment is like the worst thing that could happen to an artist, any artist in any field of art. Contentment would breed some kind of complacency and lethargy, and you would sit back and say, I've done it. I think you can only be content when you're like 90 or 100 or something. But to be content at 26 would be very sad, I think.
As each new video and song is released, it's apparent Easton isn't content with repeating the past. She insists on variety to keep herself challenged and to prevent her audience from confining her to one image. For today, Boyd Mattson, NBC News, Los Angeles.